Hello, everyone. My name is Sabina Schneider. I am Chief Solutions Officer for North America here at Globant, and this is a great pleasure to be here and discuss one of the main topics that we think at Globant will impact the business and the market, the talent market. We're going to discuss the impact of AI in the talent market. We have really remarkable people at Globant that we are going to discuss this topic. And we think that, well, along all the almost 19 years that I've been enjoying Globant, I met many people that can speak about this topic. And we put together a panel to discuss this very important for the market topic about AI and how it will impact the business, the talent itself. We think that AI is going to play a key role in the evolution and the transformation of technology careers. And we would like to see a little bit more in detail what that means. The challenges and opportunities that AI presents for IT professionals are really big. Would like to analyze them and understand through cases how this could be applied to your own careers, and hopefully you can have many takeovers and takeaways, that will be useful for your own careers. So here I have with me Mariano Pellegrinet, who is in charge of our staffing area. Marian, if you would like to introduce yourself, please.
Thank you, Pancha and Savi. How are you doing?
Good.
Well, my name is Mariano Pellegrinet. I've been here in Globant for the last 11 years right now, currently running the staffing area where we match the talent that we have with the opportunities that we have in our clients. So an amazing team doing an amazing job applying AI. So we are going to share some cases. I'm happy to be here. Thank you, Savi.
Yeah, well, welcome. Adri, we have Adriana Sklar. She's the leader of cultural hacking. Adri, please go.
Hi, thank you, Savi. So glad to be here, and thank you for your introduction. I'm Adriana Sklar, Adri, for everyone. I am the Cultural Hacking Studio partner. We work around the world on transforming organizations and helping them being up to date to the changes that are happening everywhere. And not only create change, but how to create cultures that can transform over time, which I think is crucial with the transformation that AI brings to our table today. So thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely, Adri. A pleasure to have you here. And lastly, but not least, we have Naue Franchi that is leading Magnify inside our Globant X company. Please, Naue, go.
Hi, everyone, and thank you, Pancha, for hosting this space. My name is Nahuel Franchi. I've been at Globant since 2014, and I'm the executive director for Magnify. That is one of our products here at Globant, where we leverage artificial intelligence to, elevate our testing capabilities. So nice to meet you. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you, guys. This is an amazing panel, and thank you for making the time to be here. We've been doing at Globant AI, artificial intelligence for, I feel like forever since I started, and we've been putting it in several processes that, well, Mariano, you, and now we are going to cover exactly what we are doing there today. But with that, I think that it will be easy for us to explain or try to unlock what artificial intelligence mean for us. Do you want guys to jump in and tell you what is for you in a simple way? So with no, mathematics or statistics definition, just what you think AI is. Who wants to go?
I will go with my simplified version of AI, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's a huge amount of expertise in a place where we can leverage and unlock amazing things that in the past were impossible to imagine. Why I'm saying that is an amount of experience is amount of data, right? Data of past experiences or interactions or solutions that we were taking in the past, and now we can build upon of this and create amazing solutions. That's for me in a very simplified version of what is AI, at least from my side.
Nice, Marian. Yeah.
And I add to that I think that more from a cultural skills perspective, for me, AI is to transform complexity into simplicity, adding a wow factor. Like, how do you really find those key spots where there is complexity, there you don't know how to solve that out, and then you really use what you already have, the data, and you make it wow. Because if you take a look, most of the solutions that we have are tackling things we used to do operational every day, and it's automatized through AI.
Yeah, nice one. Now we're to add.
Yeah, I think Mariano and Adri nailed it. But to add to that concept, in simple terms, artificial intelligence is very broad. And as a kind of software domain, think it, and I like what Adri said. As something that combines different aspects that were historically think as only human capabilities. So when you say computer vision, machine learning, and so on, so things that they have like a metaphor towards capabilities that we have as humans, but now are abilities that also software and kind of computation in general has to enable problem solving, to do more complex things, right? And I think that's the gist of it. It's a tool to solve a problem that in the past was very inherent to humans, but now we can help combine what humans we are very good at doing with what software and computers are very good at doing, right? So I think that's it's a tool, so it needs to be means to an end.
Absolutely, yes. I agree with you all, and I think that AI has been there literally since the statistical models were created in the 17th or 18th century. But what I would like to address is that with the volume of data that the internet and the web brought us as a possibility, plus all the hardware that companies like Amazon, Microsoft, Google have put at our fingertips, available to the market, that has brought a millenary, let's say, tool to our daily life, and I think that brings an amazing opportunity for us to embrace it and on a daily life, and use it, as you were saying, as a tool, because that's what it is, and not as a something that it looks like very distant or very impossible to have in our own businesses. So simplifying the concept is something that is necessary in order to understand what it brings. And I would like to address as well, and open for a conversation there with you guys, what do you think is that in many occasions I see that is treated more as a menace than seeing the positive things that can bring. And comparing this revolution, as AI is stating to the market, and bringing us in front of us, probably the mobile, or the internet itself. We have almost all of us the same age, so we have lived through the mobile intervention to our lives, and we have now, I think that we cannot think ourselves without having a mobile in our hands or in our wristbands. So how do you see that adoption coming? Because we saw that in the mobile applications, or that we are living through our lives, or even the internet. How do you see AI is going to impact our lives, and transform the way we study, the way we prepare the skill sets of our teams? How do you see that impact of AI in our daily lives, in the talent market itself?
Huge question.
Yeah.
I see it, I know, affecting every career out there. It doesn't matter if you're a doctor, mathematician, or an engineer, or maybe psychologist, whatever you're doing. At one point in your career, you're going to use AI for everything, for anything. Maybe for a small piece on your process, maybe for your entire workflow, or for whatever. But you're going to be close to an AI tool for sure. You're going to have augmented capabilities. But for example, I don't know, I recall a friend that was studying, psychology. I don't recall the university, but they were having a small course regarding technologies and AI. For me, it was a wow factor. Okay, in these careers, right now they are adopting this content on the courses. So I think it's going to be wonderful. But open to talk with Now and Adri as well. What do you think on what you're seeing?
Yeah, I can give a small comment. I think this can be a 2 hours thing and it wouldn't be a minute waste, right? I think two aspects that I feel are important. One, I think we're at the very early stages and kind of in an infancy of what it means. And I'm personally more of the opinion, and not me, I think this is a company stance that AI here is more to complement human capabilities and, here to remove what I like to call accidental complexities of things that software that are cumbersome, that shouldn't be there. And not just software, in everyday life. But at the same time, I think it's also true that it's moving at an incredibly fast pace. I like what you mentioned, Pancha, about, the iPhone revolution or the .com era. I do believe that this is going to create more opportunities than the ones that is gonna perhaps displace. And I like it because it's an opportunity. I like to play games. It's like you're getting respawn every single day, but it's a revolution, right? So there is a responsibility for us as professionals to stay current, stay up to date, and so on. Because if not, it's not that you're gonna get replaced by AI, but a professional using AI will probably replace you, right? So I think it's a matter of you learning a whole new paradigm, right? It's like when I remember that my mother was telling me you need to learn English. This is something else, it needs to be important. It needs to be part of your everyday life, right? So again, thank you, Mama.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, can you name, like, if we think about what has happened in the past, when the internet came and the mobile applications were part of our lives, what type of jobs were created at the time, and probably because I want to put some positive thinking about what could
Right.
come to AI. What will be like an example of a job that was not there when we were studying, at the university, and
Yeah.
finally.
There's a couple of that I can think of. The first one that, at Globant, there's many opportunities is mobile developers. So in the past,
Exactly.
this was a particular discipline that's just to name a very simple one. But even to a more kind of recent revolution, even, I believe today there's a lot of businesses built around social media and digital marketing. It's a discipline on its own, so the fact of being able to be a community manager and kind of all these fields of connecting with customers for businesses, there's businesses around that they only have a digital presence. My partner actually had a digital business. She didn't have a traditional brick and mortar. So for her, it would have been impossible to mount a business without getting a loan and paying a rent for a space and so on. And she was able to create 100% an online business, which 10 years ago, that wouldn't be possible at all, right? So then there's also the threat of, social media and AI and information and so on. But I think, the social media related businesses and purely digital, I think that's even a more kind of concrete example of something that there was no equivalent in the past. There was no parallel, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Can I add some statistics to that? Because I think that it's interesting to see that.
I love numbers, Adri.
You like numbers, I know already. For 2025, we will have 9 million positions in the market regarding AI. And also in 2030, we will have 10% of new positions due to AI. And also, according to Forbes, the robotics and the AI will bring more new positions than the one that they will destroy in the middle. So as we can see, this is a little bit of thinking, how can I tackle this challenge? How can I be up to date? As now we'll say, I have to learn English. Okay, now we know that we have to incorporate new skills that really take us to be in the right place. As I was I was mentioning from the organizational perspective will be how to keep myself updated, how not to transform myself, but to keep transforming. That's what we do every day when we work with companies. And I think that regarding that, there are companies that says, this is not for me.
Mm.
There are others like more in a research way, like what does it mean? I'm not sure, trying to upskill, but not yet doing things. And there are others that really understand the challenges that we have ahead and say, hey, I need to be up to there. Tell me what my company can do regarding AI. And I think that regarding talent, there's no much difference, the capacity to be able to be curious about it is really crucial. To transform yourself over time and adapt to change, it is crucial. So the soft skills when a change comes are even more important than the hard skills that, at least at the very beginning. Then you have to learn a lot about AI and so on. But it's like, first of all, open your mind to new things, drive curiosity in this case, as we were saying, when now we ring solution thinking and so on.
Very good point, Ari, especially because as Nawa was saying, the velocity of the change is quicker. If I think back to when we were studying at the university and we saw internet coming and then the mobile application, social media, everything is accelerating much more than in the past. So I think that the key, and that's actually right, Marian, the skills sets that we look for when hiring people
Yes.
to Globant, like the soft skills, the curiosity first rather than
Is
the knowledge, right?
is what is going to make you stay up to date, as Adri was mentioning, and that's it's to you, your attitude, your curiosity, and your willingness to stay with the latest technology and try to learn and try to manage those ones. I would think I was hearing Adri, and for sure I couldn't agree more, because you don't need to be a specialist to start with AI. For us, for example, we started with a very small course. We understood how AI was working, and then we started to building from scratch. And if you understand how AI is working, for sure you can start finding which tools you can use, how you can apply your daily jobs, how you can propose new ideas, how you propose new solutions. Because the other more important part for me, and I will go deeper without Gino, is to have a clear goal where you want to go, right? Because if you have your clear goal, AI is going to be another tool that will boost your speed and will create that wow factor that bring us to everyone. But for sure, it happens the same with now, right? I know now for you, how was your experience in your teams?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit twofold. In particular, in my teams, just to provide a little bit of background, we at Magnify, what we do is we have a product that we offer, especially for clients, in order to help amplify things that are naturally not very effective to be done in the software testing space. So for us, it's a little bit of very greenfield. Everything is benign, because the problems that we're trying to solve for are things that are naturally not very effective to be done manually in the first place. So for us, everything is an opportunity, and everything we approach it with an open mind. One of the things that perhaps has been very unique, and we can thank, I don't know, to OpenAI, ChatGPT, with these conversations of AI into everything. I think the biggest change that I have particularly witnessed in my teams and in my context in general is that everyone now is open to leverage artificial intelligence, again, as a problem-solving tool, to say, hey, I have this thing that it's an opportunity. And a lot of times, what I really like is the mindset and the open-minded to say, you know what, I have this thing that I cannot take for granted that this takes me 2 months to accomplish. Hey, how can I do it better? So what I think it's, something that we can all take in our different domains is exactly, I like what you mentioned, Marian and Adri, this idea of this beginner mindset. I think that's the most powerful tool that one can have to approach artificial intelligence, because it's growing. The moment you feel you know it all, now you don't know anything because company X has, implemented a new model that is mind-blowing, and it's like, what, this is real, it's like science fiction. So, I think this beginner mindset is very unique. But I don't know, that's kind of, I know my context is very unique, but I think that kind of applies to every context, Marian.
Yeah, and I would like to state a question to you guys, especially because well, I'm coming more from a technology background, so I've been dealing with this technology for a long time, and I'm very happy to start seeing like a light at the end of the tunnel, as you, Mariana, were saying that we don't need developers or data scientists to be on top of every solution. That's something that at least that's my perception, but I wanted to check with you if you see by using these kind of tools, or even as you know, we're ourselves developing these kind of tools, if it's something that is gaining more simplicity to get to getting a real life application of AI. Because in the past, I'm talking about when we started the studio of big data, it took a tremendous amount of effort in time, in knowledge as well, to get some AI application going. How do you see this at the moment? So what type of skill sets do you need at the moment to implement an AI solution?
For example, if you want, I can go a little bit on what we did with Chino.
Yeah.
Chino is a staffing AI assistant that help everybody that is trying to find a talent to find the right talent. And sometimes it's very, very hard when you have a 20,000 Glovers company, right? The ones that know the skills that you need, or the Glovers that had the experience on the industry that you're looking for, right? So we started this Chino project a few months ago, not too long ago. But I would say that it was kind of a team mix that were magical. Of course, we have the data scientists for sure, but we were going try and error methodologies until we nailed it. And the final solution came from the team that was not the data scientists in particular. A new approach, a new way to do things, and was amazing, right? And I would take also the opportunity to say that it's very important that you have a clear goal where you need to go, because the technology that you have in front of you is so amazing that sometimes it was very tempting to have 100 new features. But if we take that road, it will take us years to get where we are with Gino, right? So if you have a clear goal, then you are going to find which is the right technology to apply to that specific finish line that you're chasing, right? But for us, it was an amazing experience. We're very happy. Gino today has more than 90-something% accuracy with the talent you're looking for. That's a very semantic way. You can search by, I need a grower that knows about AWS with a Snowflake, very strange things, and it will come out somebody that knows, right? So I think that was a very good experience that we have, and also trying to round up all the things that we were covering now, how this is going to augment the capability of the team. The moment we were starting with Gino, we take a very serious step on thinking what we needed to achieve with Gino. For us, we are seeing in our job that we have two sides, a lot of human to human instances where we talk with the Glovers, we talk with the account teams, we talk with the Glovers and account teams, try to solve things and that kind of thing. And then we have kind of what I like to call like a human to processes or human to computer, is that in order to get all the processes that we need to run, all the compliance things and that kind of thing. So we needed to change the dynamic, a huge percentage on the human to human activities, and try to have a small piece on the human to processes, human to work, human to so we needed to take care of those people instances, because that's where we think that we are taking care of the people, taking care of the operation, that's where we can add value. So that's kind of what we did with Gino and how we approach it. But if you have any questions or anything you want to go deeper, more than
Yeah. So
happy to go.
one question to clarify and possible, yeah, just taking care that the audience does not know how we work internally at Globant. What were the benefits or the problem that you think Gino was actually, helping us solve in
Okay. Beyond the statement is try to find the right talent, right? But
yeah.
the complexity comes because you have a lot of non-structured data for the Globers. For example, past experiences, skills that we're doing in those projects, resumes, information, trainings, and other kind of things that sometimes is not structured in a way that you can go and search for any specific knowledge. So the augmented power that Gino brings is that you can do those search in a very semantic way. You can say, I need a Glover that has experience in banking and it knows about something, and you can find it. That was possible. You can chat, yes, and you can also do questions over the candidate. For us, when we see it, it was kind of that wow factor that we think is amazing. Because, for example, there are some data that not structured in any place, and you can find it, right? There is not another thing that in order to take care of Gino and have this solution is more than 40-50% of the project. It was taking care of the data. That's one of the part of our AI manifesto, right? We need how we manage the data, how we manage it in a secure way, how we take care, how we store the data if we need, if not. So I think it was very passionate part of how these AI projects need to be approached.
Yeah, I would like to take that point, especially with the ethics and protecting data privacy when we are dealing with, personal information or skill sets. That's something that we implemented in open source technology in our own data servers. That's something that I think that's a point that we need to address, and we are addressing that with other clients of Globant as well, especially in the consulting area, where when you want to ask questions on content or data, and you need that insurance that data is not going to be used outside of your organization, protecting the data privacy and ethics of that is very important. So thank you, Mariano, for bringing that point, because we can deliver those type of solutions, and the tools are out there.
Very key.
Yeah, it's key.
Yes.
With
one of the principles that we have.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
No, that's just that. It's just one of the principles that we need to take care of, because part of the foundation that we need to have.
Exactly. Yes.
But Xavi, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Anyway, you have been in a lot of businesses or proposals and imagine designing businesses. What are the keys in order to have a successful project regarding AI? If you can name it one.
Yeah, I think that's a very important question. I would say that thinking about the problem and taking a good amount of time in defining the problem is key. And this is, of course, applies very well to artificial intelligence, but it applies to any type of new technology that our clients are trying to adopt. Always thinking about which is the challenge that the organization has, and in many cases we at Globant, we are helping them also uncover what the problem is, because sometimes what you see the people in the organization is telling you is not exactly what is the need behind what they are saying. Adri, you probably have a lot to say there.
Yes.
But once you get like the full definition of the problem, it's easier. And with the problem, I mean the business problem, the people problem. It has different aspects of the problem definition, and to be successful there is getting that done, and then applying the technology is, well, of course, for us at Global is very easy. So we can make it happen. But that's but the first thing. And I will say that the success factor is one that you brought into this conversation, Marian, is bringing the right people to the conversation. So not only the technology people, but also the business people, people that don't
Yes.
necessarily have the depth knowledge of the technology is very important to be there. I don't know, Adri, if you would like to add anything on
I
that.
was I was thinking and learning as usual from you, and I was thinking how important it is to mix technology with people and business, because sometimes we think about the capabilities of a person who's developing
Exactly.
technology isolated, and afterwards you realize that if you don't understand the business problem or the people that will drive that solution, you get lost.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
I think that I was thinking that while you were talking, and I think that another, I think that something we can relate is you don't go to the doctor and you say what you have. I have appendicitis. I'm not sure if that word it's
Yeah.
okay in English.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
but you come and say it hurts, my stomach hurts, I don't know where exactly, and the doctor will let you know what is the solution, how to make it, the procedure, and so on. Because we have so much information about technology and it's so easy to access, sometimes people will come to us and ask for a solution that is not even what they need. So as much as we say that the talent needs to have this capability of learning and relearning, the same we had to do with a customer when we have a meeting, to try to drive them to make questions, and we had to drive cook questions for them to think about the problem. What does it hurt exactly? Up, down, it's your arm. And then when you completely understand, bring the best solution, and combining what you mentioned, the culture, the business, and the technology. Sometimes we get lost on this. I was talking to some people who's studying technology last week.
Mm-hmm.
um, they really struggle. They have a scholarship to study, and they were really concerned. I know that people have better studies than me because I only can get these studies. I cannot go to maybe the best university right now. So I was telling them that when you hire people, you're looking more forward to understand how capable they are to learn, how
Exactly.
much they are willing to ask.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that can be translated to any type of situation, business situation, solutioning, talent development. So I completely agree with Marian on have a clear goal. The other thing I was thinking, Maria, what you were talking is be ambitious, because you were ambitious with Chino, but
Yeah.
keep it simple. Keep it simple. Don't try to be the
Yeah.
best in class. Try to find that small spot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one problem that we have is that people don't have time to write down a lot of feedback in the system and give feedback. And they were thinking, how can we tackle this? But yet the manager has to give feedback to somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and they had to do it right. So we have this platform called Star Me Up, and what we add there is a functionality that does not allow you not to write the feedback. You have to write it, but through AI can help you improve it. So it's like a small switch. It's
Yeah.
not to switch it all, it's to find, hey, this is complex, it's not simple. The human aspect is really important. Can we mix a little bit? So the combination of all these factors together is what for me is the wow factor.
Nice, Adri. Yeah. Now, would you
Yeah.
like to explain much more? Yeah, about.
Yeah, no, I wanted to kind of answer part of your kind of going back a little bit to I think what you asked in terms of, okay, what skill sets can I learn, and okay, in concrete, what can I do? There's a couple of things that I think have helped me and my team,
Mm-hmm.
which depending on who you are, where you start in this journey.
Yeah.
I for one, I remember earlier in my more useful technology days where I was not like, everything was not a meeting or an email.
Oh, yeah.
I was an Oracle DBA. So
Oh, look at that. I didn't know that.
yeah, when that was a thing, yeah. So I think some of the aspects that we're seeing in artificial intelligence in general,
Mm-hmm.
I think good principles and concepts on data engineering are key. So in the same, this metaphor that sometimes we give content is king, I think data is king. So having good concepts of how to work with data are important. And then that can mean multiple things. I think for some of us that have general management responsibilities or project management, or you're just curious, I always kind of recommend the same. I think going from concepts to techniques. So in my opinion, concepts are few, techniques are many. So start with understanding the slang. There's a lot of slang that you need to understand, unfortunately, on understanding, okay, what is machine learning and what is a model, and training a model versus a vectorial database. That you need to understand the slang. Mm-hmm. But then you're going to understand that the principles are the same ones for data engineering, right? So for some of us, or at least for me, retraining yourself in good problem solving skills, good product management skills like design thinking or project management and so on. I think working with AI is not foreign, like working with a design project that is very design heavy, where you need to manage dependencies and so on. So I think it's, retrain yourself in good problem solving skills in general is useful. And then understand the slang. There's a lot of material online, for introduction to whatever the label is. And then, from there, there's an ocean of opportunities. Maybe folks that haven't worked with data in the past, you can pursue a career in data engineering. If you're a quality engineer that you've been doing manual testing, this may be an opportunity for you to get into more hardcore automation or software engineering. So also see it as as a leap start to newer things. So I think it's kind of a great bridge to connect you with a new opportunity. So I that's also another way to go about it, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and in development as well. Yeah, there are tools that are starting to appear, like a Google or Copilot, that help generate the documentation of the code when the people that have been developing it's not there anymore, or helping accelerate the development cycles as well. So I agree, there are many applications we can start. As a closing, can you think, guys, about any recommendation for people who would like to prepare themselves to what is coming, even for ourselves? I would like to learn myself what you think about that. Sorry, I took you by surprise.
Follow. That's a question that it comes to my mind, but
Go.
Follow the right people on social media.
Nice one. Nice
because
one.
sometimes it happens. If you follow the right people, they will post some things, and they will have those triggers to see and ask, okay, what is this guy or talking about? I want to learn. But that for me was helping a lot. But I don't know if it's very helpful, but it's a tip.
Oh, that's a good one. I like it.
You inspire me. I'm gonna say use AI to learn about AI.
That's a very good one.
But I took it from you. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's good.
I think it's a good way to learn and relate.
No,
ask
you're
questions.
right. Yeah.
Ask good questions. You will get good answers. Use AI. Try it. Try it.
Even for
fake it until you make it.
Yeah.
Say again?
Even for daily life problems, find a good restaurant in this area, or whichever thing you're challenging, you're facing in the daily life. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think even now more for selfish, for a kind of a selfish self-advertising. Even follow us in social media, not necessarily us individually, but a week ago we launched our Quality Summit in Latin America, where AI was at the core of what we did, and there's a whole bunch of presentations that I can recommend about more artificial intelligence, kind of hardcore engineering, some of them that are broad. But with that example that Maria mentioned on follow the right people in social media, we are pushing a lot of content in terms of helping you connect the dots for some more broader topics or very niche related aspects. So in both Magnify and Globant channels, we constantly push for content in that regards. And I think the things that I mentioned previously around data is king. So knowing how to handle data, it's becoming more and more important, regardless, regardless of who you are. And, I think that beginner mindset that, I don't know if it was Adri or Marian or kind of the combination of the two, that's the more important, because everything else, then it becomes, if you want to use this as a tool for problem solving, everything else is, it's kind of a means to an end, right? So I think that's the biggest thing, but don't be afraid. And to sum up, this, take it as a revolution. I do believe that this will create a lot of opportunities, but the speed of development of all these new technologies is super fast. So I think it's in all of us, to be responsible with it and to stay sharp, right?
Absolutely. Yes. Well, with that, I would like to um, get some points on some key takeaways that we have been discussing during this panel. I think that what you said now is spot on about the velocity of the change. So this is here to stay. So we will experience more and more changes that are coming quicker, and being there prepared. I think that is what Adri was saying about the main skills as are the soft skills continue to be like the main ones to keep us prepared to the change and keep up to date. Plus, what Mariana was saying, that at the moment we all can contribute to the solution of how to apply AI to any business or problem solving that we have in the organizations, even for our own careers. So uh, being there and not worrying about, well, I don't know all the details of how AI works. I think that that's out of the question, that any good ideas are welcome on problem solving. And well, the examples that you brought to us about Magnify, Marian, Gino, and other, all your experience about cultural hacking has been key in order to unlock that. So thank you very much. This has been a pleasure to be part of this panel. Thank you, and have a great rest of the day. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye bye.